Guys doing? It's Hailey here. I'm the area director of Young Life in BedStuy, Brooklyn. And man, my team and I wants to come every Thursday with a 3-minute word of encouragement for you guys. We know during this pandemic, a lot of things are changing and shifting, and there's a lot of unknowns. And as a team, we want to be able to bring hope once a week to you guys. And so I'm starting the first one. Whoa! And coming here live from my room. In quarantine, so this is a good time. I hope this finds you well, and I hope, in the midst of everything, that you're finding peace. With that being said, I've been navigating what does it look like to find peace and hope in the midst of this pandemic, and in the midst of a lot of uncertainty and uncertain situations. And with that being said, the verse that has come up this week in my Bible study that I cannot get out of my head is Psalm 46:1. And let me pull it up really fast. It says, God is our refuge and strength, a helper who is always found in a time of trouble. And I read this and I was like, yes. But why do I keep questioning it in the moment of things? I think not only in this pandemic, but just like in times of uncertainty and trouble, I oftentimes, the first person I question is the Lord. And like I ask, like, where are you? Like, where are you? And during this time, I've just noticed that when there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of, things coming at me, I'm not slowing down enough to navigate, like, okay, what are the things that are causing my trouble, and what are the things that I need to be able to get through these times of trouble? And when I am finally able to slow down and recognize the things that I need, oftentimes I find myself trying to provide those things for myself and get those things in control, because I have a control issue clearly. And so I want to be able to find the things that help me through times of trouble and to be the provider of that. However, I think the reason why this verse is standing out so much to me is that it says, God is our refuge and strength, a helper who is always found in a time of trouble. It does not say, Hailey is our refuge and strength, a helper who is always found in a time of trouble. And so right now I am navigating, what does it look like for me to identify what I need and to ask God for them instead of depending on myself? Because when I depend on myself, it oftentimes only leads to more stress, more anxiety, and just more me freaking out. And so I don't know if any of you guys are navigating what that looks like to just find hope in the midst of trouble. But I know I am, especially during this time, and I am really navigating what does it mean for me to trust that the Lord can provide those things instead of depending on myself. And so I actually looked up the definition for the 3 things that stood out to me in this verse, which was like refuge, strength, and found. So let me grab those definitions. It says that a refuge is a shelter from danger or trouble. Strength is the state of being physically strong, and found is being discovered unexpectedly. And I believe that what the Bible says to be true, and I believe that the Lord is all 3 of those things, especially in the time of pandemic, especially in our times of trouble. He is our refuge, that we can seek shelter from danger in Him, that He is our strength when we cannot be physically strong for our loved ones or for ourselves. He is that, and He can be found in the places that we don't dare to even expect Him to show up. The Lord is faithful, and I know that He's going to be faithful during this time and during this pandemic, and I can't wait for us to navigate that together. Thanks so much. Next week, you'll be hearing from one of my really good friends, Darlene, who's on our committee, and she's the best. So look forward to seeing you guys then.